Hello and welcome back. Apologies for the technical difficulties. So, what looks like what happened, let me see if I. Maybe we'll add a touch of light. So, it looked like what happened is somehow I selected a a different frame rate. I'm using OBS for my streaming software, and when you use the scroll wheel, or in my case, two touch scroll on my laptop, two finger scroll, it like automatically changes things in all of the drop down menus that you scroll past. And I think I changed the resolution without realizing it to a resolution that was not supported by my webcam. And therefore, chaos ensued. And it was like a frame rate of 2 frames per second or something awful like that. So that's what happened. But we are back on board now. I apologize if the white balance and whatnot is not perfect. I didn't want to mess with it too much. So we're back. We're continuing to play Finished by Freedom of Greece. Looks like we might just be getting to this game today. Although hopefully we will also have some time to play Chronicles of Crime, but we will see. This game is taking longer than anticipated, possibly because I'm explaining my ideas as I play, which is something that I find enjoyable as I play solitaire games. I like playing with this audience, even if nobody happens to be watching at the moment. I kind of enjoy, it's better than talking to yourself. Let's just say that. So still having sporadic connection speed issues, which I have no idea why that's happening. I'll have to look into that later. Again, if you're watching this and you notice any issues with connection speed, please drop me a message in the stream chat. I think I'm going to turn down this overhead light a little bit. Just leave it how it was. Okay. So let's continue with the game. So we're going to draw 3 new cards. We've got card 6 here. I really would like to know what happened to card 5. It might be all the way at the bottom of the deck. We've also got card 25 and 26, which is nice because we've got card 23 down here. 24, who knows where that is, but it could be somewhere nearby. I think we're just going to save our sweets here. We're going to move these cards to the past area. We're going to move these to the bottom of the draw stack. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I apologize. But we're not going to get into the rules at the moment. Ugh, turning on that light messed up all of my video settings. I'm going to turn it down. We are going to... it looks decent, actually. We'll just leave it like that. I think even if you turn off auto brightness compensation on this webcam, it still does auto brightness compensation. So turning on that light that gave that additional glare caused all of my brightness to get messed up. We got 31, card 33, card 35. Where's 32? Where's 34? Where are these cards that I need? Again, I'm not going to mess with them. I'm going to try to build up a stash of sweets, which technically is what they're thematically supposed to be, a stash of sweets, maybe in my desk drawer. Oh, I was going to say, but I have a terrible memory. I was going to mention that these technical difficulties and slowdowns and whatnot, it just helps the thematic immersion of playing as though you were in an office. I've only worked one real office job where I was kind of in an administrative role, And office computers are not the best. It's much, much nicer when you have the option to use your own computer for your job. Let's see here. Or possibly my computer just didn't have enough coffee. There's card 5. Dang, and I just saw card thick. I just saw card 6 too. So we're going to score card 5 into our finished pile. And we're going to draw a new card to replace. And that's card 10. We got an additional suite. We're really getting our suites now. I could do a draw and exchange action, but I'm going to build up my suites. I'm going to move these in numerical order over here. Hey, we're getting our 30s pretty well sorted. That's nice. Have you ever had, I don't know if anybody is watching in the stream that would care to comment, but leave a comment if you're watching this in the stream or in an archived video. Have you ever had a job that was about sorting files? I did a little bit of that in this administrative job that I'm talking about. It was at a college. And there was a file cabinet of student names, everything sorted by student name, and then there's an additional sorting by semester. And it was amazing how many people working in this office who were mostly adults, we had a few students as well, did not know what alphabetical order was. Like, they got the general concept. Let's see, we're going to turn, I think, a little bit cooler. We'll just have it be like that. Good. They got the general concept of, first letter, but then what happens if you have two people whose last name begin with the same first letter? Well, there are rules for that, but it's amazing how many people had no concept of what to do next in case of a conflict. And then also, of course, you were going to have a lot of people who were, you would just find a student's file sorted by first name instead of last name, and so on and so forth. Let's see, what can I do? I can move a card into the future, but these cards are pretty nicely sorted. I believe let's move 2 cards into the past. No, take 2 cards from the past. Again, not super useful to me. I think I'm just going to leave everything how it is. Exactly sorted how it is. And continue playing and try to build up a small stash of sweeties. 27, 41, 13. Okay. Well, I do kind of want card 13 near card 12. But I actually don't have the option to do that at the moment. So that's not super useful. I will, as I always, well, yeah. I was going to say, as I always like to do, I could draw an extra card, but I think what I'm going to do instead is send 2 cards into the past and draw 2 to replace. So I'm going to do card 41. I'm going to send card 13 and 27 into the past. And move these to my present. And I get an additional sweetie that way. I could then move cards into the future, but really I only want to move 1 card into the future at most. I don't know what happened with my lighting, though. It still seems a little bit weird, but I mean, you can see the game at least. I think is also, you know, just the sun is getting to a different position in the sky as it is wont to do. So if I don't end up playing Chronicles of Crime this afternoon, I'm going to attempt to play it this evening. So if you are watching this live and you want to see Chronicles of Crime, it's at this point most likely going to happen in the evening, maybe 7:30 or 8. Okay, so did I get my sweetie for card 28? I think I did. So I think I'm just going to move these cards into the past now. Move everything over. It seems like the video just keeps getting swarthier and swarthier. I don't know why. I don't want to keep messing with it. It seems like every time I look over at my video, it's darker. Do I have... Maybe I'll take off auto exposure. Maybe that'll help. And again, let's just knock the brightness up a touch. We'll just leave it like that. Okay. And draw 3 new cards. 47. 7. 29. If only I had that card 6. This is what tends to happen in this game, which is kind of lovely, I think. It's in case I haven't said it already, I think this is actually a really good game. It's a really clever and interesting game design, especially for how simple it is. But I love that what tends to happen is that you have card 1, and then you have things kind of getting into the right order, but then let's say you have card 2 near the top of the deck, and then card 3 is all the way at the end of the deck, and then card 4 is back near the beginning of the deck again, and then card 5 is somewhere in the middle, and then so like it always tends to happen. Like I just drew card 7. I know card 6 is back there somewhere. I'm gonna have to go all the way back through the deck before I get card 6 again. And then I'll probably get card 8, card 9 coming up fairly soon as well. Okay, so I could send cards to the bottom of the deck. Which again, I do want to get card 7 faster. So I think actually I'm going to use this ability because I know card 6 is in there somewhere. I want to get card 7 as soon as possible after card 6 so I can start scoring these other cards. So I'm going to move these cards to the bottom. And then I believe once I do that, I would then move cards from the past if necessary. Yeah. And then I would draw 3 new cards. 43, 22, and 38. Definitely not sorted at all. You would think that I haven't even been playing this game with how poorly sorted all of these cards are. I think I'm going to knock contrast down a touch, maybe. Let's see if that helps. Let's see. I really wish that it would save my video settings, although it's probably good that I have to redo it each time. Let's see. Is knocking contrast down doing anything? No. Oh, no! What's it done? It's gotten swarthy again. What is happening? I cannot for the life of me figure out what. Oh, there it is. It's the exposure. It's like this webcam's automatic exposure adjustment is not the best. Even though it's supposed to be a very nice sort of starter webcam. It's a Logitech C20 what is it? C922, I believe, possibly X. Okay, so I can do an exchange, or I could send cards into the future. I don't really want to send these cards into the future. Well, actually, I kind of do, because these cards are very high-numbered cards. So I'm just going to do that, actually. I'm going to send these cards into the future. I can use the exchange ability later if it comes up. Is it like... I think it might be just adjusting the exposure like every time I put my hand out there, and that's why it keeps getting darker and darker, but we'll see. It quite possibly bothers nobody but myself. Okay, so here we've got 8 and 9. This would be a great time to move these cards into the bottom of the stack, therefore bypassing everything else, because I have got card 7 down here. Right? I think that's the most recent card I moved down there. I could also draw an additional card. This one is, I believe, move 2 cards from the past up here, which actually would be nice, because then I could get cards 8 and 9 earlier. I think that's what you do, yeah. So I'm going to do this, card 44. Move the last 2 cards from here into the present area, and I can continue to use their abilities. And then I could also move cards into the past. But at this point, I think I'm not going to do that. But now, as you can see... Wait. Oh yeah, I'm still... I thought maybe I had missed this future, but I don't think I have. That's one of the nice things about playing solo with video feed, because you fine folks can tell me if I make a rules mistake, which I am bound and beholden to do. But I think since I've still got one sweetie, I kind of want to save it in case I really need it. So I'm going to sort these cards in numerical order. Oh, this is nice. This is actually working out very nicely for me. That was a good move. Good job, man. Okay, so now I must remember, instead of drawing 3 new cards, because I have some cards in the future, I'm going to take these cards from the future down, and I can continue to manipulate them if I so choose. So I've got 41 here, and I've got 44. I've got 43. That's a really nice combo. I could draw and replace, but I think I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to then move these cards down. I think I will put 44 and 43 together. Okay. And then I'm going to move cards into the past. Let's see what we got. 20, 11, 15. You got a whole range of cards there. Okay. So again, excuse the technical difficulties, but actually, now that I think about it, obnoxious lighting is also a fine feature of the office environment. So we can just consider this like hardcore thematic immersion. Okay, let's see. I got my sweetie. What is this, taking 2 cards from the past again? That actually might be nice because I've got card 20. Yeah, no, that's cards into the past. I could put 2 cards into the past and draw 2 cards to replace them. Or I could just draw 1 additional card. I'm going to draw 1 additional card and see what happens. It's card 40. Okay. I'm not going to do anything else. Actually, this might be dumb. This might be completely useless, but I'm going to move 2 cards into the past. I'm going to move card 11 and 15 into the past, which means I lose that sweetie that was on there. And I'm going to draw 2 new cards to replace them. 42 and 21, and I got an additional sweetie. Let's get the Lello, as my daughter says. She loved this game. Unfortunately, I had to put it away because the cat kept trying to eat the sweeties. And she also kept wanting to play with the sweeties, which she's 2, you know. Good for her. I mean, I'm glad that she had an interest, but I had to put it away because it's very important to know if the sweetie is in your reserve stack or in your active stack. And she just was taking them from everywhere on the board, holding them in her hands, putting them in her lap, pretending to eat them, pretending to drink the cups of coffee, which is adorable. Also kept, like, not intentionally, but just sort of casually leaning on the cards and moving them everywhere. It's very difficult to play a game when you have a 2-year-old, which I'm very torn because I want her to see me playing games. There he is. That was not the cat meowing. That was actually a creative censorship for the word that I was about to say. This is the guy. I'll show you. This is the guy who tried to eat my sweeties. He literally picked one up, not chewing on it. He loves to chew things. I think this is him. This little corner of the box here. He loves to chew things. This was not him chewing. This was him actually trying to swallow one of these wooden pieces whole, which I have no idea why he would do that. It makes no sense, Mr. Jim. Okay. Did I get my sweetie? I think I did. I got my sweetie. Do I want to move these to the bottom of the stack? I mean, I've got card 20 and 21, and this is card 22. So actually, I do think I want to move these cards to the bottom of the stack. So we're going to use that ability. Move all my sweeties over. My little sweeties. And we are going to sort these on the bottom the way that we so choose. So I'm going to do we'll do 20, 21, then 40, then 42. Ah, 20, 21. All right. Move to the bottom. Do I then do my past? Yes. So then I do my past cards as well, like that. Like so. I apologize that it keeps getting darker and darker and darker. I don't think it has to do with the sunlight. Because actually we should be having more sun coming through at this point, based on the angle of the window, but I cannot keep adjusting it. What I really need is a really nice light. Unfortunately, I do not live in a place where I have very nice lights. The lights that I do have create a horrific glare for me. So I try to play during the day when I don't have to use artificial lights. And I do have another area where I play games, which is my home office. And as you might have guessed from the fact that I called it my home office, it is now being used for work. And my workstation is a full workstation with 2 monitors. So it's taking up the entire table, and I can't really move it if I wanted to set up a game. Unless I had like an extended period. If I had like a 3-day weekend, I could maybe do it. But again, having a toddler, I'm not going to have a 3-day weekend where I'm going to be able to play games 3 days. All right, let's keep going. 24, 34, 30. Again, I can't. I don't have any sweeties, so I can't do anything anyway. I don't know why I'm thinking about it. I'm going to move these in numerical order. Get this on the bottom. One other really interesting thing that I've noticed in this game, and I don't know if it's it strikes me as maybe something that was not a conscious design decision, but something that the designer surely noticed during playtesting and chose to leave in. And that's that depending on the number of cards in the draw deck, just like you actually see in Klondike Solitaire, you can sometimes get situations where you're drawing the same 3 cards as you go back through the deck again. And so then you're not able to actually manipulate the order. And that's where something like draw an extra card really comes in handy. So you kind of want to have those suites on hand to offset that. Because if you're at least drawing, I don't know if I can explain it very well, but let's say we have card A, B, C, D, E, F, right? And that's the first time through the deck. And you've sorted these 3 and you've sorted these 3, but you haven't sorted the cards among all of them. So when you go through the deck again, you don't want to draw A, B, C again because they're already completely sorted. You want to draw B, C, D, or D, E, F, or C, D, E, sorry. So being able to offset like which cards you're drawing by doing this draw an extra card or draw 2 really helps to disrupt that. You do not want to get stuck in that cycle. Which, again, I don't know if this was a conscious design decision that he wanted that to be a risk of something that could happen, or if it just sort of happened and he was like, hey, that's fun. Or if maybe he never noticed it, but I doubt that. I don't think that happened. All right, so we've got to the end of what we can accomplish on a cup of coffee. That's also a really cool thematic thing about this game. Your cups of coffee have diminishing returns. Every time you go through the deck, you have to drink another cup of coffee. The deck keeps getting smaller as you get more work done. So you have to be drinking coffee more and more frequently, which if you've ever tried to pull an all-nighter, you will know caffeine has diminishing returns. Again, I have no sweeties, so I'm going to just sort these in numerical order. And I have to drink an additional cup of coffee. I am down to 4 out of my starting 7 cups of coffee. I'm going to move these to the bottom of the draw stack. And then hopefully card number 6 comes up soon. All right, I got a sweetie. Let's get the black one. The black one is underused. Although my daughter did love playing with the black one as well. I think it is the lighting. I think the light is even though I don't know, it shouldn't have a huge effect, but I think the atmospheric light is getting dimmer. Again, very thematic immersion. We are going to be pulling an all-nighter here. Okay, so what have I got? I've got 1. I could do 1 extra draw. I could put 1 card into the future. I think I'm going to do nothing, and I'm just going to put card 19, 45, 46. And again, try to build up. I wish that I had a 47. That would be really nice, and then I could start getting those sequences going, giving me extra sweeties. 23, 37, and card 6. There's my card 6. So I get my sweetie first, then I can move this into my finished pile. Now I know card 7 is near the bottom, unfortunately. So I just have to do the best with what I have. 23, 25, and 37. I keep forgetting which ones are moving cards into the past, which ones are taking cards from the past. It really seems like... So I'll show you the iconography here. Cards into the past is an arrow pointing to the right, and then the hourglass. Cards from the past is the hourglass, then an arrow pointing to the right. I kind of wish it had been an arrow pointing to the left, or an arrow's pointing up and down, because we've established that the past is below present and future. So we kind of wish that the arrows had been pointing up and down to show where the card is coming from. rather than it's just the order. So this cards move past. So basically moving cards into the past. Whereas if it was past, cards move, that would be moving cards from the past. Do I want to move 2 cards into the past and draw 2 additional cards? I mean, card 23 and 25 are very close together. But card 37 is pretty far apart. So let's do that. Although I already know that the 30s are way down at the bottom. So we're going to move those cards into the past. Draw 2 new cards, 26 and 31. Well, I do want to keep card 25 and 26 close together. So I don't want to move the cards into the future necessarily. And again, my strategy is always use the extra free draws, but I only have 1 sweetie, and I kind of want to use it when I really need it. So we're just going to end the turn, sort the cards, move them down here, get them into the bottom of the draw stack. This is fun. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. $33, $35, and $10. And I got a sweetie. Okay. $33, $35, and $10. Let's see, what can I do with that? I can move these cards into the future, but I have 37 down here and 31 here. So I kind of want to keep the 30s together. I could do an exchange. I think I'm just going to, because card 10, if it were card 7, or sorry, card 8, then I might want to do an exchange and see if I could draw card 7 first. The exchange cards are really useful for card 48. Like continuing to put that on top of the deck to avoid having to use its effect, or putting it into the future. That's kind of one of the primary uses of those abilities. Still haven't gotten any sequences. I don't know if I'm going to win this game. I already have 3 cups of coffee. 36, 39, and 12. Interesting. Okay. I get a sweet. Let's take the yellow. Lolo. My daughter's favorite color is yellow. Since she was a baby. She's so cute. Okay. What can I do? I can move a card into the future. I can do an exchange. Again, I'm just not going to do anything. I'm going to save my sweets. And it's not ideal, but I put card 12 a little closer to card 10. Doing my best to sort things. If there were no special abilities, this would be not a very interesting game. It's the special abilities that make this game interesting. And you know, your limited resources of sweeties. 17, 18, 13. Ooh. Is that taking 2 cards from the past? I think I'm going to do that. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take 2 cards from the past. And then I can put 12 and 13 next to each other. That's good. That's nice. And then do I want to do anything else? I mean, I kind of want to see if I can get card 19. Again, this game, if you have a really good memory, you have a strong advantage in this game. And that is one of the criticisms that I have seen leveled against this game, is that if you have a strong memory, you're going to do better. If you can count cards, you're going to do very well at this game. But for me, I do not have a great memory at all. So I have no idea where in the deck card 19 is. But it would be really nice if I could draw card 19. I could get some sweeties. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the exchange. We'll just do it once and we'll see what happens. Card 27. So I'm going to put the highest number on top, card 39. And obviously, it would not make sense to do the exchange ability again because I'd just be drawing the same card. And it would not make sense to do a draw a card ability. So I'm just going to stick with what I have. And we'll do card 13, 17, 18, 27, 36. Move these cards onto the bottom. $39, 7, 29. Okay, so 7 comes after 6, as you would know if you knew about numbers. If you don't understand numbers, I think you would probably have a hard time with this game, to be honest. Honestly, you would probably have a hard time with the majority of board games, particularly Monopoly. If you don't understand numbers, you're going to have a hard time with that. Anything that involves scoring, you're going to have a tough time. Dueling deck games like Magic the Gathering, you have a really hard time with those if you don't understand numbers. I'm trying to think, are there any game? Probably some abstract games would be perfectly playable if you do not understand the concept of numbers. Okay, do I want to move these cards directly to the bottom? No, I do not. So I'm going to... Yeah, no, I want to save my sweets. There's not super pressing to use them at this point. It's a really tough balance because, as I said at the beginning of the game, when I was just setting it up, you want to use your sweets when you have the opportunity. You little... Oh, I see you. I see you. There's a tiny little cat paw right here. There he is. He's going after that sweet. No. All right, you can sit there for 1 minute. He is the sweetest boy. 8 and 9. Great. Okay, so I'm immediately going to score 8, draw a card to replace it. Then I'm immediately going to... actually, that card that I drew gives me a sweetie. Then I'm going to immediately score 9, draw a card to replace it, and I know I already saw card 10. It's somewhere at the bottom of the draw deck at this point, so I know I'm not going to get past 10 this time through the deck. Not really sure where 11 is. I remember 12 and 13. Dang. Okay, so what have I got here? I've got 16, 28, and 41. If I could send cards to the bottom, that would be nice. Barring that, I think maybe taking 2 cards from the past, and that's moving 2 cards to the past. We're just not going to do anything, I think. We're going to save our sweets. All right, buddy, if I need that room, though, you're going to have to move, okay? So this is Jim. He's the sweetest boy you've ever met. As you can see, he's just sitting there. I don't know if you can tell, but he's just sitting there purring. Just from being the center of attention. Okay, 44, 20, 21. Oh, and I got a sweet. Yes. Okay, I am going to draw a card. Where I could take 2 cards out of the past. Let's draw a card first. I want to see if 22 is in here. No, it's not 22, but it's 40. That's close. I am going to take 2 cards out of the past, actually. And then I can sort these cards all together. And then I'm not going to do anything else. I think I'm good. So, buddy, you almost got booted. You almost got booted. Okay, I'm going to do 20, 21, 28, 40, 41, 44. I'm coming so close to getting sequences. But you need to have a sequence of at least 3. Otherwise, you don't get anything. I think technically 2 numbers can be a sequence. Can 1 number be a sequence? Mathematicians, shout out at me. holla at me, okay? Can you have a sequence of one number? Can you have a sequence of no numbers? I don't remember the answer to that. I did tutor math, like high school math at some point. Oh, oh, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Okay. I'm going to send these to the bottom because I would rather. Actually, no. That doesn't make sense. I'm not going to do that. I'm so close to having a sequence again, though. So I got to remember when I draw card 40, 40, I want to continue drawing additional cards if I can because I can get a pretty good sequence going. All right. Note to self. You know what would be a really cool thematic immersion thing that I could do? If I could add yellow memo pads, like sticky notes. I'm really concerned about the upload speed, but I don't know what else I can do. Maybe if I turn off my filter? Hey, somebody took a note for me. Oh, you little I see you. Thank you, A Woods 0143. All right. 38, 11, 15. Nice. Okay. Move 2 cards into the past. Too bad that 38 is coming after that long streak of 40s, huh? If I could move cards. Ooh. That's another thing of taking cards from the past, but I can't take cards from the past at the moment. Dang. And here's 11. I haven't seen 10 yet. Good to be finished on a Friday and have fun with Friedman Freeze. Fantastic. Okay. I'm debating moving this card into the future. Again, my memory is not great. I can't remember if I already saw number 10 earlier in the deck or if it's still coming later in the deck. I kind of feel like I already saw it earlier in the deck, though. So moving these cards into the future wouldn't necessarily help me. Yeah, we're not going to do it. But that is one of the best uses for moving things into the future is if you think you can draw that card that you need. If I draw a 10, I'm going to be so mad. Well, you would have 5 cards to try. What does that mean? 5 cards. I don't know. All right. No 10s. No 10s. Okay, good. I can move cards from the past, or I could just draw an additional card. In this case, okay, yeah. I can kind of see it, but since I don't have the cards in front of me anymore, I cannot visualize. So A Woods 143 is saying, move all the cards into the future. If nothing happens, move 11 into the future. But where would I get 11 from? If I move all the cards into the future, would 11 also have been in the future? Then it would go back into the present. Then I'd be moving into the future again. Oh, yeah, I can kind of see it. Yeah. Well, that's past at this point. We're going to continue I think I am going to uh, take these cards out of the past just so I can kind of sort these. No, that's not very. I don't think that's very useful. We're gonna save our sweets. Yeah. I think it would have been a much better move for me to take the cards out of the past if the if I could have made a sequence by doing that. Okay, so now we're at the end of the deck again. Great. So I could move card 48 into the future. That would buy me an extra turn. That's nice. Push it for like deeper down into the deck. Let's do that. And then I don't draw a card to replace it, right? Yeah, it still works. It's still nice. All right, we're going to move card 48 into the future. And then I don't think I'm going to draw an extra card. I think we're just going to... Let's see, at this point, I'll just move them down. See, this is the thing that... All right, A. Woods is giving me more strategy advice. I kind of agree with you, but it depends. I've had some you basically if you're pushing it in this case 3 cards into the future. If I had a lot of cards that I was moving into the future, it would definitely have a much bigger impact. It's basic because it would be doing, let's say I was moving 10 cards into the future, it would definitely have a much bigger impact. In this case, I was just trying to. I know I have some 40s coming up soon. So try to hopefully get those before 48. See, there's a 45 and a 46. I don't think 47 is anywhere near there. And then again, I could move another card into the future, or I could draw a card. Oh, and I take my card from the future and add it. So that at least helped, right? I'm debating whether to draw another card, but I don't think card 47 is there. So I'm going to move to the bottom. Let's see. I'm basically going to be doing all of these, and then these would move to the past. So I'll just do it that way. Yeah, that's not card 47 at all. 23, 25, 26. Not 24. Oh, and I got to drink a cup of coffee. Can't forget that. Down to my last 3 cups of coffee. It seems impossible, doesn't it? Just got to get card 10 at some point. Let's see. No point in taking cards from the past, that's for sure. Do I want to move cards into the future? Yeah, I'll do that. The reason I'm doing this, again, not having a great memory. I'm not sure what cards are next, but I feel like I want the 20s after lower number cards. Thank you, A. Woods. You stumbled across my post in Solitaire Games on My Table Solitaire Games on Your Table, which is a geek list on Board Game Geek. If that is gibberish to you, then you should join Board Game Geek. It's the one-player guild in Board Game Geek, and it's a place, basically, Solitaire Games on Your Table is a monthly geek list is like... Oh, I thought yeah. She's saying he found the stream first and then the post. That's funny. Yes. But yeah, it's like a monthly thing where people post games that they're playing that are one-player games. All right, 31, 37, and 10. Okay, that didn't help much, but I did draw that 10 card, which is nice. And then 33. Yeah, so actually that was a bad move. I do this sometimes when I'm playing this game. That actually hurt me because now the 30s are going to be before the 20s. Unless I can move those up as well. Nah, I'm gonna do this because what I can then do is I can then take those 30s from the past if I need to. That'll at least help a little bit. All right, got to take my cards from the future. Tomorrow's problem, today. Let's see. And I think I'll do that. No, that's moving cards into the past. I keep messing that up. Which I don't see a point of doing that. So I'm going to... $35, $12, $13. Okay, so here's where I do want to be pushing things into the future. Hopefully, card 11 is somewhere... I don't think it's anywhere nearby, but that would be really nice. And I've already messed up the 30s anyway. So let's just push all these cards into the future. And hopefully we can draw card 11, because then we've got card 12 and 13 here. 17, 18, 27. I could take cards from the past, and then I could have 25, 26, 27. That's actually a nice move. Let's do that. Actually, yeah, well, let's do that. We're going to take the last two cards out of the past and put them into the present. And then, unfortunately, I don't have any more suites. What I was thinking I might be able to do is then move these cards into the future and hopefully draw card 11. But I don't have any more suites. I should not have done that other one. But, you know, I had no way of knowing without having a diegetic memory. Do I want to keep card 23 with 25, 26? No, I don't think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do 17, 18, 25, 26, 27. And then I get two suites for that because I have a sequence of 3. So I get 3 minus 1, which is 2. And then I'll move these cards to the bottom. Now, is it moving to the past or moving from the past? I think it's when you move cards to the past in a sequence. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, and then okay, I've got cards 12 and 13. Is there any way? I mean, I could do the exchange. Let's do that first. I am gonna put this card on top later, but let's see. What do I get? Card 36. No, I will put card 36 back on top. I'll get that suite again, at the very least. And then what I could do is move card 12 into the future and have it be there by itself, and then hopefully draw card 11. The problem is then card 13 is still down here. So it doesn't really help me that much. And in fact, what I've ended up doing is pushing cards 12 and 13 further and further back. So I'm going to draw them even later on my next turn through the deck. I actually shot myself in the foot quite a bit, but you know, it was a gamble. All right, we're going to do 12, 13, 35. Come on, come on, come on. If this is card 10, I'm going to be so angry. This next card. Okay, yeah, it was 36, duh. Okay, good. Whew. I really do have a poor memory, don't I? Okay. $36, 30. Well, at least I got 35 and 36 together. Let's do that. And then $47, 16, 20. All right, this is a really nice card. 47. You can just keep drawing and drawing and drawing. So since I've got 3 suites, I think I might do that and hopefully sort these cards a little bit. Let's see what happens. 21. Very nice. And activate card 47 again. 28. Okay, got a suite back. Gonna activate card 47 again. 40. 20. All right, card 41. Okay. And then I could push card 47 into the future, but that won't do me really any good. I think that would be completely useless. Yeah, I think we're gonna just go with what we have here. So I was hoping that I would maybe draw 22, but I did not. Nor did I draw 42. But at the very least, I get to move card 47 all the way to the end. And I think everything else is already sorted, as sorted as it's going to get. All right. So okay. 44, 42, 43. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Take these 2 cards out of the past. Boom. Yeah, nice. Okay. I don't know if I'm ever going to get into the high 40s to be able to actually put these cards into the finished pile, but I got a nice streak there. All right. So we're going to move these into the past. 41, 42, 43, 44, and then 47. So that gets me 1, 2, 3, 4. It gets me 3 suites. Yes. And then I will continue generating those suites as I continue going through the deck, hopefully. Again, only 3 more times, but, it's better than Nothing. Oh, and that was the one that I was supposed to remember on my little yellow sticky note. I definitely forgot about it, but it was a pleasant surprise at the very least. And there's 11! And I get another sweep for drawing card 15. All right, let's put 11 on our finish stack. And then card 38. Let's see what we got here. 15, 22. Okay. Anything useful? No, I don't think so. I think we're just going to do that. If I could draw cards from the past again, I could get card 47 back and continue drawing cards. That would be really fun. 24, 30, 34. Let's draw a card first and see what this is. 14. I am going to take the 2 cards out of the past. And then I'm going to... I want to keep 14 with 15. I was considering putting them into the future, but 14 and 15, those are going to be coming up soon. So I kind of want to keep those close. So I am just going to sort at this point. 14, 22, 24, 30, 34, 38. Yes, one thing to know about me is that I'm not great at these games necessarily. I could really enjoy a game, but not be very good at it. And particularly this game I haven't played in quite a while. So I might not have the best strategy. All right, 32, 19, and 45. Okay. Anything fun to do with that? I could put 45 into the future. Anything else I can do? I mean, yeah, let's do that. We're going to push 45 up into the future. Just get it closer to the end of the deck. And then we'll move these down. Like so. $46, $48, $31. Ooh, that's actually nice. That I now have 45 with those other cards. And free draws are always good. So I'm going to draw, well, we'll start with 46, I think. I got card 33. At 31, 32, 33, that's nice. And again, A. Woods said they haven't had much use in putting card 48, pushing it off, but I think I maybe just... It really doesn't make any difference. This exchange is such a frustrating card because you can't do it multiple times, right? Once you've exchanged once, if you know what's on the top of the deck, right? You're putting it back on the top, right? Yeah. So you can only really do it once, and then these draw cards become useless. And then in terms of pushing off this card, it doesn't really have a nice, very useful effect either, because instead of putting it at the end of my line, I would just be drawing it in the next... Oh, I would push it off like maybe 3 extra cards. Yeah, we're going to do it. $37. Okay. And I'm going to put card 48 on top here. At the very least, that's useful if you're about to lose the game. A Woods is saying it doesn't feel like you're gaining much. I was kind of going through that just now in my head. But at the same time, I'm pushing it not just now, but also I'm pushing it later in the sequence. So, like for instance, if I had drawn cards that were in the 40s, that would have been helpful, but I didn't. But I still haven't drawn my replacement cards. So I think we're going to go with that. 33, or 31, 33, and then we can get a sequence next time. 37, 45, 46. Putting sweets back on top of the stack is pretty good too, but I didn't want to break up my sequence. And we'll see, like maybe I get to draw some high 40s. I don't think so. I don't know where card 47 is. Card 47 might not exist technically. Okay. Again, nothing to do here. So I pushed it basically 2 cards further down the row. No. There we go. So I got my copy. You can push it if you use like putting it into the future. You can push it multiple turns, which it does have an effect. Again, it's not a huge effect, but at least my way of thinking about it, maybe I'm thinking about this poorly, but my way of thinking about it is that you're pushing it. You're just pushing it later, not just now, but also next time you go through the deck. Although you're still technically drawing the same number of cards in between, but it does push it later. Like, it's not like you then would draw it sooner next time to compensate. All right, 18, 25, 26. Not super cool. I don't have any sweeties left. All right. $27. No! My sequence. Okay, but look, I've got 12. I've got 13. That's nice. Okay. And then we'll do that. We'll move those cards down. So basically, so 36, 39, 16. I get a sweet 16. Now, 16 is not close enough to warrant moving anything. So we're going to just do that again. I was considering also putting the sweetie back on top, but you're basically spending a sweetie to gain a sweetie and possibly get a nice card. 20, 21, 28. All right, 2 sweeties. That's nice. We'll draw an extra card. Sure. Not super useful. I could put it into the future. But there's card 39 right there. Right? What would be the point of pushing it into the future? And we're not going to do anything. I need my sweets. I require additional sweets. Yeah, I totally agree. A Woods is saying it's more valuable once you've thinned your deck, and I completely agree with that. Oh, my 40, 41, 42, 43. Okay, let's see. No, exchanging is not going to do me any good. But I do get something for... Now, I think A Woods is right in terms of the value of pushing it off. I have had it work out for me. What's 44? I don't know. What's 44? But I wasn't going to be able to. No. Yeah, because no, because I wasn't going to be able to actually draw an additional card. I was going to be able to exchange, which wouldn't have helped me. It's not though. See, A Woods is much better at this game than I am. But I would not even consider this. But if you are really into this game, you can find what each of the card numbers are. So all of the abilities here tell you what the card numbers are. Unfortunately, it's not organized by number, it's organized by ability. But if I look and see, okay, what are my free draw cards? Or what are my draw cards? And then I can look at see exactly which numbers those are. So that is definitely a layer of strategy that is intended. Otherwise, they would not be in the rules there. But it is more advanced than I tend to strategize on pretty much anything I'm playing. Okay. I'm going to draw. I want to make sure I save some to take these cards from the past to get 42 and 43 back. But I'm going to do my free draw. Or I keep calling it a free draw. It's not free. I have to eat candy first. Ooh, that's actually useful. So I then immediately score this. And I then immediately score number 15. I think I then draw 2 cards to replace these as well. You always draw cards to replace when you score them. And I'm going to keep drawing, I think. 30. 34. Okay. I'm going to take these 2 cards out of the past. I really like this card out of the past ability. I wish it was more common. I think there's 4 cards that do it. Yeah, it's actually worth doing it again because I get that sweetie back because of my sequence. But then I've spent all of my sweeties, so I can't use additional abilities. But I think it's still pretty nice. I get to sort all of these and get those 40s pushed more toward the end. And I get a bunch of sweeties for a nice sequence. So I'm going to do 22, 24, 30, 34, and then 41, 2, 3, 4, and 7. So I get 3 sweeties for my nice sequence. All right. $38, $19, $32. Okay. I think we're just going to keep moving and sorting. I've said multiple times that I want to build up a stash of sweets, and then I keep spending them. It's just, these abilities are so tempting. 31 and 33 and 37. I don't know what's next. I don't remember. What does that say? Alexa, stop that. All right, that tells me I should be wrapping up. But I think by the time I finish this game, it'll be time for me to go, which is good. So if if we do Chronicles of Crime today, it's going to be in the evening. So we get even more fun issues with the lighting. But all right, I'm debating whether to draw an additional card because I don't know what it's going to be. If it's card 34, that's nice. If it's any of the cards that let me draw cards from the past, that's even better. So I'll do it. It's 45. Let's do an exchange then, so I can put this suite back on top. 46. Then I'm moving 45 and 46 further apart. Great. I have to put something on the top. I'm going to put 45 back on the top. And I'll get that suite back. I'm not necessarily moving them further apart because I'm going to be drawing it next round. All right, we'll do it. We'll stick with this. It would have been really nice to be able to draw 2 from the past, but I don't think that's happening. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I will say in terms of strategy, something that seemed like a good idea but has never played out well for me is organizing the cards out of numerical order in order to try to get the like numbers grouped together. I've never actually gotten a benefit from that. 17. Okay, so I get a suite. I think I don't know where card 16 is, but if card 16 is close, I want to try and draw it. So I'm going to use card 23, and I'm going to move 23 and 45 into the past. Into the past. I'm going to draw 2 cards to replace them. Oh, there's card 48. Well, there's 18. It's annoying. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So A Woods is saying I could do that again. But if I do that, I'm moving 17 and 18, which I was hoping to keep 17 and 18. And draw. I was hoping I would get like additional draw or move into the future in one of my card draws. So I don't think doing it again would be super useful to me right now. 18 and then 23. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. So I'm gonna do card 18 to take these last 2 from the past. It would be much nicer if I could cherry pick them. And I'm going to do card 23 and move, I guess, the same 2 cards down. And draw 2 new ones. Hopefully it's 16. No. Nope, nothing like that. And now I'm out of suites. So we're going to do 17, 18, 25, 26, then 48. I have to drink a cup of coffee. I feel like I'm going to lose this game. I have won this game. And actually, I've won the game pretty easily. I think the first time I played it. Because the first time you play it, it's like a pre-stacked deck. When you first buy the game, you don't need to shuffle it. It just comes sorted in a specific order, I guess, for the learning game. I think I won that time, and I think I've won it again before that. Now, I think you lose when you need to drink a cup of coffee, and you can't. Let me check that. Yeah, if you move card 48 to the past and you don't have any coffee left. So I still have technically 2 rounds. Yeah. So A Woods is saying that if you need to reset your game to the initial sequence, he says it's in the rules somewhere. Is that what you're saying? I don't see that, but maybe it's in here. In any case, I don't see it in my rules, but I'm positive there's ways to reset it, but I don't need to reset it. We're doing the shuffled version, baby. Okay, let's move my coffee closer. I think I'm going to need it. All right, 27, 29, 35. All right, good. I'm losing. 36, 39, 16. Hey! Score that. 20. I know I got 17 and 18 close together. I think they're near the end of the deck, which is not super useful to me at this point. I'm going to sort and end my turn and save my sweeties. $21, $28, and $40. I get 2 sweets. I have 39 and then 40. And was it 40? I think it was 40 and then 41, 42, 43, 44. So I think it might be useful to me to move 40 into the future. I don't remember. And don't tell me, A Woods. I have to try to rely on my own memory here. And then I think these other 2 cards are just going to go down. Like so. 22, 24, 30, and I still have 40. I could take 2 cards out of the past, and then I could have, yeah, that's better. That's an improvement at least. And I could do an exchange. Or I could do nothing. I might just do an exchange. I mean, obviously, card 39 and card 40 belong together. But at this point, that's not going to happen because I want to put all these other cards earlier. So that being said, I think I want to push card 40 later. So I can go closer to card 41 and 42, etc. So I am going to do an exchange and possibly put card 40 back on top. 34. Okay. Slightly better. We'll put card 40 on top. And then we will move everything down. So 21, 22, 24, that's not a sequence. 28, 30, 34. $40, 41, 42. Yes. Okay. I've got my. I'll at least get 2 sweets out of that. Can't activate any of these abilities, but I don't even know if I would want to. 43, 44, 47. Okay. And 47 is that lovely card that lets me keep drawing. I'm going to do that. I'm going to draw a card. 19. Okay. So I don't want to move 19 to the bottom if I have 17 and 18 coming up soon, which I don't remember how soon they are. I could move 19 by itself into the future, or I could move, yeah, don't you say anything. Or I could move, or I could do an exchange and get an extra card and put 47 back on top, but that wouldn't really do much for me. Ah. It would be really nice if you could just go through your deck, but that would kind of defeat the purpose of the entire game, I think. This might end up being a wasted move, but I'm going to move 19 into the future. It's so close, and I know that 17 and 18 are sorted together with each other. And hopefully I'll get a sweet, and I'll be able to keep pushing it into the future until I draw card 17, maybe. We'll see. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's a good call. That's a good move. So, what I could have done, A Woods is my master strategist here, is used 44 to take two cards from the past, which we were already in sequence, and I could have gotten a nice sequence going, but I wouldn't have been able to push 19 back. Although I could have done that instead of drawing a free card from 47. Let's see what we get here. 32, 38, 31, and 19. So basically, what A Woods is saying is that if I had done that, I could have gotten a bunch of candies back for doing a 4-card sequence. I would have gotten 3 candies back, which would have been a pretty good move. I don't think there's anything I can do here. 19 is going at the bottom. I believe I've played this game. I think the most recent time I played this game was close to when it came out. I think I got this game maybe up to a year after it came out. How old is this? Bum. Copyright 2017. So I may have gotten this. I may have played this game last in 2018. I know I definitely haven't played it in 2020 or 2021. Okay. 33. Yes. All right. This is what happens when you run out of sweets. You get cranky, and you start making dumb choices. There's my 17. I got a sweet. There's my 18. Good. Awood says, at least you play your games more often than me. I doubt that. Let's just say that. I do not think I play my games more often. Although I may have played this game more recently. I'm not sure. But I have not gotten to play a game for quite a while. Let's see. I'm not going to do anything. Okay. So I know 19 is back in there. This is going horribly. And there's card 48. Hey, at least I got 27. I can't quite remember. Ugh, I really do not have the memory for this. Congratulations. I really do not have the memory to play this game. My memory has gotten much worse since my daughter was born, uh, for reasons of lack of sleep. I think I'm gonna do nothing here because then I've got 25, 26, 27. Hopefully, can set up a sequence there later on. And I am on my last trip through the deck. I have played not necessarily the best that I could have, uh, because I have only one candy. I'm only on card 18, but we will see what we can do. This is the last time through the deck. I think it's impossible for me to win at this point, right? But we'll let it play out. I mean, I could keep sending cards into the future. Here's card 20, but I don't think 19 is that soon. We'll do it anyway. We'll push card. We'll push this into the future here. 36, 39, 21. Okay. Let's do no, wrong sweets. Let's do an exchange. 22. We'll put card 36 back on top. At this point, I think if I unless I'm scoring each card I come across at this point, I've basically lost the game. But I can still see the highest number that I can reach. Yeah, I think I've lost. Oh no, that's so sad. I can best I can do is draw an additional card and hope it's card 19. But then I still lost 21. Yeah. I don't know. Is card 19? We're going to do it. No, it was card 36. Oh, because I put that there. Never mind. I should have known that. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. So actually, at least as far as I remember, normally I do much better at this game than this. But again, I was not played it in a while, and it could have been a bad shuffle in terms of just unlucky. If you shuffle the game very very well, it will be harder. This was one like kind of my one flaw with this game is the better you shuffle it, the harder it is. If you shuffle poorly, it will be a very easy game, typically. Let's see. Nah. At this point, I'm just going to let it play out, I think, and see the highest number I can get. I don't know if there's technically a score. Let me see if there's a score. Yeah. Scoring. When you get close to the end, your draw stack will become depleted. In that case, you can draw cards directly from the past. That's very nice. I forgot about that. So that would help, but it still won't win me this game. And then I actually don't see, but I'm pretty sure your score is just the highest number you have here. It says game end and scoring, but I didn't see a mention of score. I was just skimming it. Okay. I'll take these cards out of the past at least, and then it's not going to help me, but if I had an additional cup of coffee, it would help me. Okay, come on. Come on. 41, 42, 43. Yeah. All right. Well, it does kind of pay for itself. I don't know if it gives me any. No, this is putting 2 cards into the past. I keep mixing up the take 2 cards out and put 2 cards in, although they are very different. I don't think it would be useful. I think I'm just going to get 2 sweets for this. It would be really nice if I had a sequence of cards that included 44, 47, that included a draw card. That would be very nice. But I'm going to use your super. Well, first of all, I get score card 19. And then I'm going to use your super cool strategy of taking these 2 cards out, get some candies back. And then I think I'll maybe do some. I know that card 20 is down there. Let's see. 42, 43, 44. That gets me 2 candies. Yeah, I don't think it behooves me to keep drawing at this point. Wait until my coffee cup comes up. Oh, yeah, we'll put 31 there. Generally, as I said, I didn't get my candies. Yeah, yep. We're gonna try to buy time as best we can. I do not think I've won though, but it can surprise you. All right. Yeah. A last minute crunch. Let's see. Do I? Don't. No, I think I want to keep it there because then I have 31, 32, and 33 at least somewhat close together. And we'll put 38 at the end there. See what we can do. My bosses. I'm going to get fired. That's what's going to happen. They're going to be like, what do you mean you didn't finish that report? Okay. I could put 2 cards at the end of the pass and draw 2 additional cards. Or I can just draw a card. Or I can do nothing. I'm going to... I think do nothing at this point and hope for the best. Got those 5 candies. Yeah, I think I really should have saved my candies earlier in the game. $25, $45, $26. Okay. Again, I'm not going to do anything yet. and save my candies. See as much candy as I got. 27. 48. There it is. Oh, come on. 21. Not super useful. I'm gonna. This is awful. I'm gonna draw a card and see if it's anything I can use. 22. That works actually. I'm gonna draw a card, and I'm gonna put 48. I need to put something on the top. If I put 48 on the top, I'm just going to draw it again. But that's true of anything that I put on the top. So at this point, I think I'm going to put 48 on the top, at least postpone having to drink that last cup of coffee, and we're going to move everything down. I don't want to just draw the same card again. Like that. $48 again. No. 20 and 29. So if I put 48 on the bottom of the draw stack, do not think that you've outsmarted the designer. You still have to drink your coffee if you put it directly on the bottom. I'm going to draw a card. Come on. And I can move into the future. Actually, I can't draw that card because I have to score it. Oh, is this sweet here? I think the sweet came from here. Okay, but then I can do this. No. Yes, this is what I have. And then I can push those into the future. That's a smart move, but that is not what I did. We'll do this. So A Woods is saying if I put 21 and 22 at the end instead of putting them at the bottom of the draw stack, then once I drew this card, I could then get those off of the end and score them instead of having them be on the bottom of the draw stack. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to continue pushing cards into the future. I don't think I got my sweet. When I could have, that actually would have been a brilliant move if I had done that. So I could have put these at the end and then gotten these two off the end and scored them. Although I still would have to deal with 23. Who knows where that is? But that's probably coming up next. I wonder, let's just do it that way. Let's see. How many cards did I put at the bottom? I actually don't remember. But let's just take 21 out. And we'll just swap it so it's like, we'll put 39 on the bottom. Don't know if this is like that. Okay. Yeah, we're cheating. But you know what? Cheating is fun. I think you draw a card if you bring 21 instead of draw in the past. What does that mean? What are you saying here? In any case. And I score 22. I'm not sure how that's different from what I'm doing. Let me see what he's saying. You draw from the top of the deck now for scoring. I feel like that's what I've done, but maybe I'm misunderstanding. I'm going to push these into the future. So thank you for your help. I am now doomed. Oh, does it draw from the past again? I don't. That's a really good question. That's probably in the FAQ. My battery died from my tablet. Let's see if we've got that. Freedom and Freeze finished FAQ. Never drink coffee and win. Okay. I don't think. Yeah, it says when you interrupt your action, place the card in the finish pile and immediately draw a replacement card. Before continuing with the action, this is in effect for all cards which you draw in step 3 and 4, and for all cards which you draw or move to the present area, such as using actions cards into the past, cards from the past. So I think you still draw from the top of the deck, is what it looks like to me. All right, so I push cards into the past. Let's see. I get a sweet. Not many actions available to me. I think I want to do this: put 2 cards into the past. But I'm trying to decide what's the best 2 cards, because if I put this, because I know I've got 34 here and 35 here, and then I got 36 here. So I kind of think I don't want to push that into the past. We'll do 40 and 41. Now I wonder, actually, before I do that, I'm going to use card 40 ability, and I'm just going to put card 36 up here in the future. I don't know if that's a good move or not, but again, if I can get to card 35, but that's still in the future. I think it's still better. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. 42 and 43, not super useful to me. I could put them directly onto the bottom of the draw stack. I could do an exchange, or I could do nothing. I think I'm going to do... If I put them on the bottom of the draw stack, I immediately draw cards, right? But no, I still get the cards from the future, so that's no good. So I think I'm just going to do nothing. I've got cards 42 and 43 there. And like so. And then we're going to move these cards down from the future. And move these future cards down as well. And then I have 1 sweetie. No, I have 2 sweeties. I'm going to draw a card and hope it's card... What? I actually lost track of what I was even trying to do. 20 something. And I could get 2 cards out of the past. No, I think I've lost at this point. Darn. Now, I can't see what I can do. What? 1 draw. Am I forgetting to draw something? Oh, did I draw? Did I not draw for card 34? No, I drew this card, I think. Did I? I don't know. Oh, this is, I don't know if you can see. There's a sweetie on here. So I think that one's been used. Yeah, I think there's nothing I can do. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to 24, 8. Technically, don't need to do this, but these cards come down. I can't use this ability again. I wish I could. And that's it. Let's see what the next card would have been. 31. Draw an additional card. Okay, I did my best. Okay, so I got to card 22. And let's see. Now I can use my flip book. The sorted cards in your finished pile show the graphics of a woman working at her desk. This is a flip book. So let's see. I don't know if the frame rate is going to allow for this, but let's see. Fun. It's a fun, flirty, flippity flip book. All right, thank you for watching. I am immediately wanting to play again, but I unfortunately have to stop at this point. This evening, I'm going to try and do a Chronicles of Crime case. Hopefully, I'll do better at that. Maybe we'll try this again later and hopefully win the next time. All right. Thank you. Thanks for your strategy advice, A. Woods. We're going to go now. I'm finished. I'm terminated from my employment as well. All right.